Hey everyone, it's Alicia with Unturned Pages, and tonight we have a super special guest. Her name is Frannie of Supernatural Eye. As you all know, Jenny is out on the West Coast traveling all over. She's going to be hitting up the Clown Motel. I think she was talking about she wants to hit up Goldfield Hotel. She hit up the Washoe Club. And she's living her best life. So I am sending off the evil dragons around the lair tonight. No, we were just having some fun back screen. Had some audio issues, and then apparently this ended up on my face, and I was like, wait, we're not doing Access tonight. We're doing a podcast with Frannie. So without further ado, I'm going to bring her on tonight.
Hello.
Hi.
Can everybody hear me okay? I love that's the new fashion trend, by the way. You got to pull that off, the bra and the eye look. That's going to be like the new thing, like the new Mean Girls thing. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be the new fashion trend instead of like the bra, with the circle cut out. It's going to be the bra in the eye. Oh my God. That's great.
Beauty is in the eye of the beer holder or whatever they say, right?
Right. That's so iconic. So how you been?
I've been good. I've been super freaking busy, so like with the time and stuff.
Yes.
So I apologize.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm so sorry I missed you at Rock Island, though. I was like, where'd she go?
I know, dude. I came, and Eric, of course, he left me with Tom because, it's a boys thing, apparently now. Oh, and I was like, what the hell? I was like, I didn't see Frannie anywhere. He's like, I saw her. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, I saw him downstairs where we're doing like the whole thing with 𝙿𝚘𝚘𝚍𝚞, and they were doing the Delco. So that was nice that the guys invited me to go, join them with join the stage with 𝙿𝚘𝚘𝚍𝚘 and everybody else. So I saw him passing by. I'm like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, I didn't see you. I'm like, where's Alicia at? Yeah.
I didn't even see Patty. I didn't see Michael Gagliano.
It was a lot of people there.
I know. It was so hot.
I know, I was just gonna say that. It was so hot. Like you could see, like I had raccoon eyes after the end of the day. Like my makeup was here. I was sweating. Like it was great.
But you guys had a good time?
I did. The girls like Lisa and Candy, they've been so sweet, nothing but helpful. Always made me feel welcome from last year to this year. So I can't thank them enough. And the Iconic team did a great job, putting everybody together. So bringing all those vendors out and getting that whole crowd in, and just to see Annabelle and everybody else, like they did a really good job. So definitely I have fun. Like I love that place. It's always memorable to me, and the investigation I've done too with the guys. So it's always been fun.
So you ended up seeing Annabelle?
I did. I got to meet Miss Annabelle. I was very excited about it. I don't know if I told you, I met Robert the doll in the past. So my long mission goal was one day if I go to the Warrens Museum at the time, when she was there, or now they're traveling with her, I don't know, but whatever. My mission was always to meet Annabelle as, the other iconic doll, right? So I've done Robert the doll. I think there needs to be a goal or some type of paracon that gets both of them together. You got to have Robert the doll and Annabelle together. I think that's gonna be great. But I was
go ahead.
I was very accomplished about that. I felt like it was definitely a long bucket list goal. I got to meet Miss Annabelle, and just all the artifacts too that were at the War Museum. That was pretty cool too. So I was very happy about that.
Sorry, I'm getting all moved around. My dog.
You do your thing, girl.
So
I saw his little. I hear his little cutie self in the background. I love dogs, so no problem here.
Yeah, somebody's out on a motorcycle, and
I miss my wiener.
What? Oh,
my 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚍𝚞, my Salem.
My dog. I remember that they passed away right this year.
Yeah. Oh no, that was Romeo. So Romeo, he was my first fur child. So I had him almost for 19 years. So that really hurt a lot. But Salem is my new little, baby, my second baby. So I call him Salem the 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘. He's a Shih Tzu mixed with the Dachshund. Yes, I am terrified of clowns, by the way. So I heard the clown motel. I'm like already in the backstage, like, ooh, oh no, scared. So I had to face a lot of clowns at the Rock Island, that little clown room. So that, yeah, that was very memorable. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. I would never do clowns. My worst fear.
My
Yes,
sister was afraid of clowns growing up too, but
really.
my grandma and my mom, they both had like a collection of porcelain glass clown
Oh,
dolls.
oh no, that's the wall. No,
And of
okay.
course, my grandma's spare room, that was the room that we would have to sleep in, and that's where they were all at.
Oh no, that I couldn't. I oh no, because yes, there's always people that collect those like clown like artifacts or like dolls or the porcelain ones, which are super creepy. Um, my mom's friend used to do that. I don't know. I've just always been terrified of clowns. And it's funny because it's not like I think the movie It did it for me, to be honest. Like the original Stephen King, It, not that this remake that they did wasn't good. It was very good, but I just felt like there's nothing like the original. So like to me that did it. And then I think just as a kid, like the circuses, I always thought like clowns were very sketchy. Like they weren't trustworthy. Like you would think as a kid, it's all friendly. No, like there's something about clowns. Like they're super sketch. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. And cockroaches. It sounds really stupid, but I would kill a spider over a cockroach any day. It sounds
Ew.
dumb as hell, but yeah, I can't do that. That's my two worst fears.
So you got locked in a clown room?
Yeah, I was at the Rock Island, that little clown room, below.
Oh,
They did
yeah,
an
I haven't been
episode.
in there since, so.
Oh my god! So they have an episode on the Haddon Files, and they put me in that clown room, and I was like, yeah, never again. That was probably the only time people ask me if I should do the clown motel and let's do an episode. That would be epic, and I'm like, absolutely not. Like that's already going to give me a heart attack and a trip to the hospital. So no, thank you. I would avoid that at all costs if I can.
I think there's a football game going on tonight. Sorry.
It's Sunday football. I wouldn't be surprised if it's all there.
Yeah, I'm near one of the football fields what our high school
Aw,
plays at. So
that's awesome.
sorry, I took my headphone off for a second. I was like,
No,
what is that
that's
noise?
cool. All good. I like the lights though in the background. They're very pretty.
I was like, you know what? I might as
It's a
well sit
vibe.
up. Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
And it's nice out here today.
It's
So
beautiful.
oh hey. Joshua Adia
Ah,
is in the chat. Hi.
that's my boy. Taco Bell. Oh my god.
Oh, good. I had Taco Bell last night. My daughter
Taco
she
Hell. Oh
talked me
yes.
into it.
I can't do Taco Bell anymore. Like I used to back then in college, and I had a really, really bad experience. Let's not go to TMI anymore because I'm sure nobody wants to hear about it. But let's just say it wasn't a good one. And after that, like I've been scarred. I can't eat Taco Bell, but I still do my McDonald's fries and all the good stuff. But for some reason, Taco Bell, there's something about it that wrecks my stomach. And not to be TMI, let's not talk about that. But yeah, I call it Taco Hell. It's a dangerous game for me. It's good, but it's such a dangerous game for my stomach.
Oh, I love
Sensitive.
Diablo
sauce. Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
So where are you from? Who are you? What got you interested into the paranormal field?
Okay. So I'm from Wichita, Kansas. I'm from the Midwest, even though I grew up most of my life down here in South Florida. What got me into the paranormal, I would say starting at a young age. I felt like I was very connected to the other side, more like in my sleep. I felt like for some reason, like I seemed to like sleep with the other side or like my family members like that passed on, like my grandfather that I've never met and he died way before in the 70s or something like that, like at a very early age. Um, so just things like that, I felt like I connected more as a child. And then I just remember just seeing kind of like a figure, like I always call him Charles, like growing up, I never understood him. And I think growing up now, like that I do the paranormal and stuff, I felt like it was more like a guardian. I don't know if it's a guardian angel or some type of protection. By the time I didn't understand it because I thought it was like some creepy shadow person in the hat and whatever. But he was very like intimidating at first, but after a while, it's like he didn't really do anything. It's like he just sat there and watched me. And it's just so kind of freaking eerie, right? But it's like so just I kept seeing things like that. And again, it all connected to me in my sleep. So I always thought like I was kind of going crazy. Uh, what is going on with me? And it just always been like something I kind of hid growing up. Because my parents, like they always thought like it's you're stressed, right? Like all the psychological factors. So I studied psychology. So growing up in college, I majored in psychology. I got my degree in that. Still can't help rationalize the things that happened to me in my past. Because obviously going into psychology, even as a parapsychologist, they go against the paranormal field. It's very opposite, believe it or not. Like they will try to debunk to the T, as you should, right? But
Yeah.
the parapsychologists like really don't believe in the paranormal, and if they do, it's like really, really slim chance of some type of evidence or whatever. They always consider it pseudoscience, unfortunately, because it doesn't, fall into the scientific method. But besides the point, I wanted to study psychology to see what the rational thought was, right? What is it that can be scientifically explained what happened to me as a kid? So I did that, and from there on, I kind of just felt like my heart couldn't do psychology. I was going to go into criminology and like forensic psychology and
Ooh.
clinical. But from there on, I just kind of like went into the paranormal, and I felt like I needed to, go with my passion. I still question things. I still want to find out what happens life after death, and if I could help out the not just humans, and as far as like going through paranormal experience, I want to also help the dead as well and spirits as well. So that was my goal mission, and from there on, I kind of just ventured out, and did supernatural eye first. Kind of put my guts out there, and I was a little scared to kind of put my stuff that I collected throughout the years in college, dragging my college, friends to come do this with me because I always thought I was the weird paranormal girl, right? Everyone to go to the bars and drinking in college, and I'm like, no, let's go ghost hunting. So I had to pay for all my friends and stuff, and I dragged them along, right? They're like, so that was me, right? I was collecting the hoarding evidence. Like I was nervous that people were going to judge me, and then I just had the guts to kind of release my stuff after 5, years ago. And then War Party discovered me, Eric, and I was on War Party, and now I'm kind of just doing my venture in the Supernatural Eye, and I joined Losco Productions with, as you know, Mike Gagliano and Mary Lynn. So I'm very excited to join that journey and what the future has. And that's a
Yeah,
little bit of my background. Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. I seen that on your episode that I just watched. And he's like, hi. I was like,
I know.
oh, it's
Like, damn, that's a
Michael.
lot, girl, to unfold. What's going on? But that's my history in
That's
the paranormal.
funny.
Yeah,
You
and where
know,
I'm at right now. Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So did your family like ever, they just like didn't believe anything that you were like talking about or trying to explain to them like what you're seeing and stuff? Because that was kind of like me. I feel like, I don't know, your personal, what happened with you and stuff, but I was telling my parents, like, there's somebody in the basement watching me. Like, I
Oh,
always
wow.
feel like somebody's down there. And they'd always tell me, it's in your head, it's you're in
Yeah.
your imagination, it's not there, it's not real. Heck, it's actually more so my mom. She didn't believe anything that I said. My dad, I felt like he had more of a listening persona about him. And then he was actually the one that got me into what I'm doing today, because he was the one that was playing taps on TV. And that's what piqued my curiosity because of what I was experiencing and putting two and two together. So
Right.
how was it for you then?
No, I agree. So same thing. I think like growing up, people thought like I was stressed, I was fabricating things. I think more my dad was kind of like your mom, like he was very like skeptical, very rational, and kind of like, just like strict minded, like it just no nonsense. Like this is come on, like this doesn't exist. Like come on. Like he was very more like a reasonable logic person, right? Like there has to be some type of logic to explain whatever is going on, right? My mom, I think she blocked it off. I think where I get a little bit of like my empathic side, I guess you could say, like I don't think I'm psychic, but I do feel like I can sense things as far as going to a location, people's energies and stuff like that. So I do get very sensitive. And I think I get that from my mom's side, and my grandmother that passed away about 2 years ago. She was spot on. She was so good. And I think the older you get, the more experience you get in this, right? Um, so my mom, I felt like she has a little bit of what I can sense and do, and I think she has her personal experience, and she admitted it to me a little bit later on in life. But I think she blocks it off because she doesn't want to, like, okay, I respect, I don't want to deal with it, and that's so much in Spanish culture too, because they do believe in a lot of santeria and all that background, and and spirits and stuff. So that's really embedded into their culture. So my mom was like, no, 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 I respect, with all costs. So I think my mom later on, like, she supports me. She's like, I believe you. I'm spiritual now, just like you. And I'm like, okay, now you want to believe in this stuff when you thought it was crazy, like back then when I had all these like weird dreams and stuff. But my dad is hardcore, like, no, rational, doesn't believe any of this nonsense. Barnacles. Oh my God. I'm surprised we didn't bring the corn juice here.
Particles.
Oh, geez. Represent. Shout out to Mike Gagliano, Eric on the chat too, everybody else. Hello. I didn't even see. Sorry, the chat going on. But yeah, that's a little bit of that. So I agree with you on that. Like it's funny because I went to Casadega a long time ago. for Univision, and like, you know, Eric was there in the team at the time, and we did a special, and like there's two psychic mediums, one in Spanish and one in English, and both of them were reading my grandmother at the time. So my dad, again, this was his mother. So when I played back that video, and he used to watch Univision, that's a Spanish network TV growing up, like that was a Spanish news. So he used to watch that. He's like, oh my God, my daughter made it on this TV network, right? So he was so proud. And I showed him the episode, and he saw, oh, the episode they released my grandmother, but there was like just moments that we recorded behind the scenes, and they gave me the little capture. And I think Eric also recorded on his camera. And I showed him that video clip, and it was like just my grandmother connecting through, and both the two psychics in Spanish and in English. And he just was shocked. Like he was floored because I didn't even tell him who it was. Like, I just want you to see this real quick. And I played it for him, and he was like, and afterwards, I'm like, who do you think that was? He's like, my mom. And like, it was hard for him to say that because he could tell, like, damn, like, I don't want to believe in this stuff, you know? And he was like, my mom.
Yeah.
But it was cool. It's kind of cool to see like a little skeptic, kind of a little bit of a believer, you know, if they still try to block it off, like it's still not real. It's still not real. But that would be my dad.
That is my father-in-law, actually.
Really?
I'll tell you about that. But first, I wanted to say, like, my dad, you know, he was the one that kind of listened, and he was showing me taps and stuff. And so I got into the paranormal field in 2020, full-blown, like, investigating and stuff. And so ever since, my dad has been so fucking supportive. Like, he even pushed his one friend who is a paranormal investigator from the area, and we got to talking, and then she reached out to me, and she's like, do you want to go to Missouri State Penitentiary? I have a secret, another person backed out. So I was like, fuck yeah, I want to go. So it's like my dad's like,
hell yeah,
pushing all these things out to me and like sharing all this shit to me now that I'm like been doing this for a little while. So it's pretty cool.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, it is. And then my so my father-in-law, he's that skeptical as fuck person, does not believe a word, but he believes in Bigfoot.
Oh, okay, that's interesting, right? I don't believe in ghosts, but I believe in the Squatch.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So Ryan, he's a psychic that has been at the Rock Island Roadhouse each year also. So Derek met him for the first time. I think it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago there. And he did a reading for Derek, and he was like, oh my God, you got to go meet this guy. He read me stuff. He read me, and he was telling me all this stuff, and it was spot on. Like, he's never met me. We're not Facebook friends or anything, you know? So it's crazy that he knows this.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So then he was like, I got to tell my dad. My dad's got to meet this guy. So he brought his dad up to him, and he, after his reading, he was mind blown. He was like, what the hell just happened? But he still like doesn't want to admit after the fact that he even admitted that he couldn't believe what happened. Now he just doesn't want to talk about it because it's like he's not trying to believe it, you know?
Right. It's like he's still trying to like rationalize in his mind, but it's like it's still like mind blowing to him. Like, is this really happening? It's like, but that's like the best feeling when you get that experience, right? It's like, yes, I accomplished something.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
It is freaking so fun to like say, yeah, see, now you believe. You can't say that you don't believe.
Because they make you look like you're crazy just growing up, and then all of a sudden it's like you get that little slight hope of like some type of belief out of them, and it's like it is an accomplished feeling. It is. It's cool. Yeah.
Okay. So, what was your first ever experience? Well, you kind of stated that you did state that, or what about your first investigation? Let's go with that.
Oh, okay. So my first paranormal investigation. Now, amateurly speaking, you got to start off somewhere. Yeah, you got to start off somewhere. That's why I said you got to start off somewhere. So when I first got into this, it will always be memorable to me. It will always be and again, I think I kind of mentioned a little bit of it. So I dragged my college friends. It all started in college. What year was that? 2014, maybe 2013, if I'm not mistaken. I got to look back at my photo history and logs from back then. But it's like, it was St. Augustine. That's always going to be my most memorable spot, is the old jail at St. Augustine, Florida. And St. Augustine, shout out, it is the oldest city of the United States. It's got so much history. It reminds me a little bit of Savannah, but it's got its own vibe, right? It's got its own architectural vibe and history. And you go to the town and it feels so historic. You can smell the history. But the old jail is always going to be a memorable spot for me because that's how it all started for me. They had like a guided ghosted tour where they provided you the equipment and all that stuff. And I had to drag my friends. Like it was at the time my best friend Casey, my best friend Dan. Shout out to Dan. His dad kind of got me into like, fuck what everybody thinks. You do your goals, girl. You go out there, you show them off. Rest in peace, Chef. He's always like a second dad to me, but he was the one that inspired me to get into this. But anyways, my best friend Dan, Ian, shout out to Ian. Still my friends. Like we all went together to the old jail. I dragged them. I paid for their tickets because they wanted to go out drinking. I get it. It was the college life. You want to go out drinking to the bars and like live that college life. I'm like, please, like fulfill my dreams. I want to try this and see if I want to become an investigator in the future. And then after I did it, we had some really cool experiences too. We got like this like a mist of a figure. I promise you it wasn't dust. I don't believe in orbs, but it was like a humanoid spiritual, like it's like a mist, like a white mist of a figure, like by the where they used to hang people, what they call the gallows. So we captured that. And it was off Casey's phone, but it was like cool things that we captured along and the tools. And I was getting, into the paranormal. And that's when I realized, okay, this is what I want to do. Like, even though I'm studying psychology and it kind of goes against the field, I really want to do this. Like, I really want to start investing a little bit in the paranormal and do this. Right. So I start kind of hoarding my evidence. Jesus.
Evelyn. We're going to call her Evelyn.
Don't drink a lot of Lonnie's, by the way. I'm trying to get hyped up so I don't fall asleep. I'm like, that's a new word, right? Shout out to Alani. They should sponsor me. Can't even talk. Anyway.
Right. It'll happen.
Right. It happens to the best of us. But the evidence, I was hoarding them and I just about 5 years ago or 6 years ago, that's when I had the guts to kind of release what I captured from all of those college years and whatnot when I dragged my friends. And you'll see that in season 1 of Supernatural Eye. You can see it was very like raw, not really done. It was like podcasty style, me showing the clips, and that's still how it is until the next season. It'll be completely different. But you can see that in season 1 how it started. It's really raw, it's fresh. You'll see my college friends I dragged throughout the experience. I went to 𝙿𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚍, Winchester, all those places back then. So it was cool. And I saw that Jenny's doing that right now. You go, girl. You go to Alcatraz. I love Alcatraz. One of my favorite places. You get it, girl. Go to Virginia City, Winchester, go to Mystery Spot in Santa Cruz. If you're hearing me, Jenny, you do it, girl. I love her. Go live your best life, Jenny.
I'm living vicariously in her shadow right now.
Yes. We'll go together. We're going to go together. Let's do a team collab.
Yeah. I definitely need to go elsewhere besides like the Midwest and investigate.
Oh, I agree. We should definitely do something. I'm down for like a girls team trip or something, like something cool like that. Girl collab.
Yeah, I do too. I want to do it so bad.
Let's do it.
You started out Supernatural Eye 5 years ago then.
Yeah, I would say about 6 or 5 years ago. Because I think I've been on when I joined War Party, it was probably maybe 5 around that time. But I started Supernatural like a year before I joined War Party, and that's how it was discovered. But yeah, so I would say about like 6 years ago. I feel like time's kind of going by fast right now. So about 6 years ago, maybe 6 or 7. I have to double check. Yeah, 6.
Yeah.
I would say 6. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like me. I started out. I made a team. Residual Echoes Paranormal was my first team, like first starting out doing it, and it was me and Derek and a couple others, and we did investigate. The first big location was Edinburgh Manor for us, overnight, and then a couple things here and there, and everyone was just kind of really busy, and I wanted to keep doing it more and more. So I ended up getting reached out to by another team out of Peoria, Host Ghost Paranormal, and so I met them and started investigating with them. So I stayed with them for a while, and then branched off of that with Enlightened Souls Paranormal, still Peoria area. So I was traveling an hour and a half.
Okay.
Back and forth a lot, or we'd go to other locations outside of Peoria and stuff. But then I decided I wanted to start over again, start fresh, find myself, find like my style again. And so I created Eternal Paranormal 2022. And so now it's It was
Happy for
Tiffany,
you.
my coworker. Thank you.
Because you guys are doing a great job. So I'm clapping.
Thank you. It was Tiffany, me, Derek, Tom, and Charles, and now we have Scott and Tracy. So me, Tracy, Scott, Tom, and Derek.
Awesome.
Yeah, and now we have a fucking location that we are caretakers and that we.
That's awesome. I'm gonna give
do
you a for
bookings
that.
and stuff. Thank you.
Deserve it, girl. Good for you. Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, it's just crazy. You go, keep going, keep going, keep growing, keep growing. Just like
And
you're
don't
doing.
give up. Just like don't stop and don't give up. And that's sometimes I kind of cave into that because if other external outside forces out there that try to drag you down. But my thing is like never give up and continue the hard work because hard work does pay off.
Yeah, and continue being you.
Exactly.
Be a good person.
Yes. 100%. Yeah, with that. Like be
Hi,
yourself.
Jen.
Be good to others and respect others. Like at the end of the day, like we're all human beings. We're all gonna have differences, but it's like, yeah, be respectful of others. Like you want to be treated a certain way, like kind of treat others the same way. Like don't be a jackass. And the egos is what drives me nuts in this field. Like I'm still kind of learning how to adapt with that. But the egos and like the paradrama, what we call it, is just like sometimes gets too intense. But you just can't lose focus of the goal, of your goal or whose ever goal, right? Like you just have to continue the work and do good. I mean, we're all here for the same common goal at the end of the day. So
Yeah,
whatever we can do to promote the paranormal and show that this stuff is real and help others, I think to me that's the most rewarding feeling is helping others, right?
yeah, and I am huge. I'm a big I love seeing other people succeed.
Yeah,
It's not about me. Because, like you said,
100%.
we're all doing the same thing. We are
Yeah,
all human beings, and it should be fun. It shouldn't be like a competition, Like, if you're gonna do this, you should enjoy what you're doing. That's just like work. If we were to get paid doing this, I'm gonna love my job if I'm gonna work doing something forever,
right.
and that is it. It's fucking paranormal. So
No, but it's true. Like this field doesn't make money. Like people think we're here like making money off this stuff, and in reality, we're not. Like this is just our passion. This is coming from our own pockets. Like this is our common goal and our passion and what we love to do. And it is rewarding. Like my dad calls me crazy. Like, girl, you could be doing psychology. You can have your own clinic. You could be making money. What the hell are you doing? Like I get that all the time from him. But it's like because he's a businessman. I get it. He's like that businessman, and I get it. Like he's like very into accounting. Like again, he's very very skeptical. Complete opposite for me. And I love my dad. My dad and I were very close. But I told him like it's not so much about the money. He's like, girl, it's about what do you mean it's not about the money? I'm like, it's not about the money. It's not. I'm like, I love this because I love helping people. And he just doesn't understand. Like, no, it's true. Like I love to see like even like we did the Ďarin State right last night for the ladies' night, Eric and I. And just they brought their kids and their family. And the one thing I love is the kids, like the kids' reaction, working with the kids, seeing the kids' expressions, educating them on on the education on the public and everything else with paranormal. It's like their expressions when things happen, like they light up, and it's just like that's the most rewarding feeling of all. It's just kind of making the guests feel great. They have a good and memorable experience, and it's not for the money. We don't take any of that money. It goes straight to like the Ďarin State and all the historical society and whatever the museum, whatever the case is. It goes straight to their pocket because we want to help. We want to bring awareness. Especially in Florida, we have money hungry developers. They want to knock these places down for condos and profit and money, and it's like we're here trying to save these places and promote the education and the history as it should be down here in South Florida.
So you guys just did an event with kids, you said?
Yeah, the Ďarin State. So it's like they have the ladies' night, so they kind of have like their own club at this place called the Ďarin State down in Miami. And we do this every year. So Eric and I help, and the kids. It looks like this year. Usually it's just the ladies that kind of participate in their club. So whatever they do there, if it's book club, I'm not sure exactly. But this time it was different this year because they brought their kids and they brought their husbands and their kids and like their families, right? And it was cool because like the kids, they get so into it. And I just bought that REM dog at Rock Island named Felipe, and he dances and like moves. Oh, they were having a ball with the REM dog. I'm like, this is perfect. So I love that though. I love when the kids get to like experience it. They ask me questions. Like I had this little boy, I think his name is Joshua from last night, adorable as can be. he was taking over the show. Like they were doing the 𝙿𝚘𝚘𝚘 experiment on one of the guests because they didn't like the goggles. Of course, the 𝙿𝚘𝚘𝚘 is like the hype right now. So they're doing the 𝙿𝚘𝚘𝚘 right now, and I could tell the little kid was like wanting to take the show. Usually I was the one doing the questions because Eric was downstairs with another group of guests, and I was upstairs. And this little boy was like trying to take the show, like, let me ask the questions. And then he started asking all the questions, like, you go, boy. That's okay. I'll step back. You take over. Yeah, you let it happen. You know, but that's rewarding to me. You know, like I love seeing that. Like I love them getting into it, get interactive with it, educating them on what's what you see on TV is not always real, kind of thing, right? So
Yeah.
showing them how to use the tools, educating them. Not everything you see is going to be a ghost. So, that to me is rewarding. That to me is just kind of giving back to the community, and spreading the love and education of what we do.
I love that so much.
Yeah, me too.
It's
Yeah.
so fun working with kids. I
Me
mean,
too, yeah.
we've got kids, and they're always like, when are we going to go? You guys always go without us and blah, blah, blah. No, you've been coming with us lately. What are you talking about?
Are they into it, though? Are they into the paranormal?
They are so into the paranormal.
That's awesome.
They keep asking, when are we going back to Broadhead Manor? And not last night. I don't remember what day it was. I don't know what day it is today.
Today, Sunday. It's Sunday. I'll tell you right now, the 12th. I'm like looking down, the 12th.
Saturday? Okay, it was this weekend. We had our public investigation at the church, and Lila came with us, and she wanted to do the Estes method. And oh my God, she did so.
We have a special.
Sorry for interrupting, but I had to bring the
Felipe.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's not on. But yeah, that's him, the REM dog I got at. So how do you do this? At Rock Island. That's him. There we go. He's a character.
That's so cute. Hi, Eric.
He says hi. He just left. Sorry.
Yeah, but her answers was like boom, 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 spot on. Like it was amazing. She did.
That's awesome.
Such a great job. I took her blindfolds off and the headphones. I high-fived her right after.
She's got a great teacher like yourself, so she's going to do great, I'm sure, in the future when she grows up as that pro investigator.
Thank you.
See, I was making jokes like, with the little girls that come up to me like, oh, I love you and stuff. I'm like, man, I wish my nieces could treat me like you girls do because, my nieces don't think I'm cool. That's why I asked them, like, are they into the paranormal?
They don't.
My niece, well, so my oldest one, she's like 12 years old. She just went into middle school. And the youngest one, she must be like, she in 4th and 5th grade. So she must be like 10 or something like that. But so they're both Swifties, right? They love Taylor Swift. They're all into that stuff right now. Now, the one that went to middle school is into Sabrina Carpenter. I'm like, ooh, she's a little raunchy. Don't get me wrong. I like me a little Sabrina Carpenter time to time, but she's a little raunchy. So I'm kind of worried at that age, and I get it. Like I was a Britney fan. I rocked to Britney Spears. I still am a Britney. I rocked to Britney.
I was too.
I love Britney. Nobody's gonna beat Britney. I'm just gonna say that out there. Not even these little newbies. Nobody. You hear me? These Swifties, you groups of Carpenters, whatever. No one's gonna do it like Britney Spears. I'm gonna put that there. But anyway,
Backstreet Boys too.
Yes. Or who were you? Backstreet Boys or NSYNC fan?
NSYNC.
Oh, girl, come on.
Okay, I can't choose.
I like both. I like both. Yeah,
I do too.
They're all cuties, so you can't go wrong with them.
Oh my God.
That was the 90s. That was a good time. That was a good time. But so yeah, I get kind of worried about them, but they don't think what I do is kind of cool other than it's Halloween. Like, hey, Amber, Chester, do you have the house decorated? Because I go all out. Like everybody in my neighborhood's lame. And I'm the only crazy person that's got like the whole decorations out and about, right? Because I live in those HOAs that are kind of boring. That's Florida for you. But I'm the one that goes all out and crazy. Yeah. So everybody, and like my nieces kind of know that I love coming to my house just for the aesthetics, and they're like, hey, is your house decorated? Can I go take some pictures outside? Like, great, visit me for that. But you don't think I'm cool otherwise all year long. But okay. I love them anyways. They're so special, dear to my heart.
It does. It makes you feel so good. Like when, so like when my kids have their friends come over, or like my friend brings her kids and then they have a friend come with them. They're like, you do paranormal investigation? Like Sam and Colby, or, like that. I was like, yeah, but I don't do like YouTube like that. But yeah, they're like, can we go investigate with you sometime? And they keep asking, when can we do Sanctum of Souls and stuff? It's so fun. It's like, oh, we got little fans now.
I know, and I agree. I'm the same way because even my YouTube right now is Supernatural. It's more like podcasting and showing clips. So it's not like your full on series of what these YouTubers do. And everybody's different to their own taste. But I agree. It's like it's a different type of field. When you do YouTube separately, that's not like a series. It's more like just podcast kind of thing, right? But yeah, it's. I agree because a lot of times the little, and I know I get it. Like Sam and Colby is the younger generation now, kind of thing. But I have all the young kids come up to me like, "Do you know personally Sam and Colby?" I'm like,
Yeah.
no. And that's it. It's like, no. And it's like, and I'm sure they're whatever. I haven't met them. I don't know them. It's like, but it's like, no, but then I kind of like look back. I'm like, no, that's what they looked up to. Kind of like our generation was like Zach Bagans and Taps and all that stuff, right? So I get that's the new thing now, but it is a little different when you kind of grow up doing this. And it was like not even like YouTube. It was just more like documentaries and like if you made it on the Travel Channel or the History Channel, and they kind of make it really out there. But it is different. It's a different world now with streaming and like YouTube and like all these accessible platforms that like how it was back then when it first kind of developed. It's just different now.
Yeah, it definitely is. Like it was all on, what was it on? Like Sci-Fi before?
Right. It was like
back
the
in
TV
day?
network. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Sci-Fi, History Channel, I think Travel Channel, they're still doing stuff. I don't know. I think it was like those type of network TVs. It was like documentary. You had to make a really good documentary, pitch it out there. That was like the thing, But now it's like YouTube. And now streaming platforms, because now streaming platforms are taking over. Like you got Netflix, you got Beacon, you got Paraflix, Scared Network TV. So you got all these platforms now they're doing it, and that's the popular thing to do now.
And now there's even paranormal shows on Prime, and like I forgot what else Nick Groff was on, and Tessa.
Yeah.
What was that streaming network that they were on?
Oh crap, I forgot. I think I know exactly what you're talking about, and it's not. Yes. Like I need to look this up. It's gonna drive me nuts. It's gonna drive me nuts. I'm like, where's my little? Was not my computer, but yeah. Here, I'm gonna look.
I don't remember.
I know it's like driving. But I know what you're talking about, though. But you're right. That's the thing now. It's a new world. It's a new world. That's all I'm gonna say, and not in a bad way. We all just have to advance or kind of figure it out. But it's just different times.
So what's your favorite type of places, like locations to investigate? Do you have a certain one that like you always like want to go to these type of like asylums or jails or hotels or like cities like you did Virginia City? Like,
ooh, that was cool too. Oh my god, I call that the Walt Disney World of the paranormal, Virginia City, because it truly feels like that. I think to me, my thing is jails. I think because I started off in a jail with Old St. Augustine, like Alcatraz, like that to me is still my number one favorite place. Because it's just so notorious, freaking Alcatraz, and it's like so notorious to say like you've done that, But to me, I think jails, which sounds freaking crazy, I'd be like, this girl's not right in the head. But I think jails is like a soft spot for me. And I think it's because how it started for me in St. Augustine and the whole jail that I just felt like there's some type of peace I get with jails, which sounds crazy because that's not the energy you expect in a jail. It's like completely the opposite. But there's some type of thing that like, I don't know, I kind of feel like at peace when I go to a jail. Asylum is on my bucket list, believe it or not, for being a psych major. I have not investigated an asylum yet. And that's crazy to me because I'm dying to do that. So I'm still on my bucket list. I'm hoping to one day
we
we'll
need
get
to
there.
hit up like Ashmore.
Yes, that's on my bucket list. I want to check
yeah, it's awesome. It really is. We've been there 3 times now, and we've been out there but anyways, we've been there like 3 times.
We've been there.
Edinburgh's like 3 times. So like there's both those locations. Pine Lawn Manor too. That place was crazy as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, there's a lot.
You guys capture anything like crazy or like anything happened to you guys?
The very first time that we investigated, well, no, it would have been my second time. We actually had Haunted Happy Hour come out with us.
I love those girls. Oh, those are my girls. I love them. Yes.
Speaking of amateur, they're not amateurs, but so we were on the way there, and I was with Tiffany and Charles, and Derek carpooled with them, and they were talking about this is going to be our first private overnight investigation, and so they were super excited about it. And all of a sudden, Tiffany's like, "Oh, look, I think they're going to pass us." So we're waiting, and then they pull up, and they have these little doll hands. I think it was Lily or Vanessa, I can't remember who was in the passenger side. They have these little toy doll hands, and they're holding up a sign in the window, and it says
Oh,
"Noob with boob." It was great.
I freaking love them. That's hilarious.
So, but when we were there, we went up to the third floor. No, it was the second floor, and Derek had set his bag of equipment on the nurse's station there, and he had a tripod sitting in the side pocket of it, standing straight up. And so we are all kind of spread out. We're setting up stuff, getting stuff ready. And all of a sudden we hear a loud bang. And we're like, what the fuck was that? So we go running. I'm running towards the noise, trying to figure out where it was. So I head towards that direction. And then I look over the nurse's station. And so the nurse's station's like, here's the top shelf and then the shelf down here.
Okay.
Where you would like write on and stuff. Well, you can write up on top, but whatever.
Right.
So the tripod was down here. It had literally had to have been picked up out of the side of the bag because it was on the completely opposite side, like where the hole is, and lifted up and thrown over the countertop.
What? That's crazy.
Right off the bat.
Did that in film? I mean, it was on the tripod.
No. Well, actually, it was live. I was live, and so you could hear the noise. And I'm running towards it. I don't know if it was on the other page because we got hacked. So the page was taken down. So I don't know if that video, that live, is still on our page or not.
What? That's freaking nuts, though. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool experience. Very neat.
So you love jails.
I love jails. I want to be in jail. I would like to investigate a jail. Yes, I love jails.
So what kind of do you feel like it brings like that peace for you? Is it because like the silence and like visioning yourself as a prisoner, like being shut off and like having to not worry about anything like outside of the jail, like having to work or pay bills or anything like that, and having to deal with everyday life
of reality, right? I think it is a form of escape of reality because, like, even in general, paranormal investigating, like when I like to investigate, it is an escape of reality and kind of like a form of peace for me. Like, I love to like do what I do, right? Same thing with jails. I think it's because it's so familiar to me as how I first started. Like since it was like the old jail, like I think to me that's what like okay, this is cool. This is what I want to do, right? So to me, I think it was like since it's like the first location I investigated was a jail. I think it's some type of familiarity that I just tend to like connect or find it peaceful to me, which it sounds crazy because you would think it's the complete opposite. And trust me, I get some crazy evidence in jails that's like completely startling. You're like, what the hell? Like, you're right, because that's the energy you expect. But there's something about it because I think I do connect a lot with inmates there too, as far as like people that were innocent or people that were misunderstood. And, you know, like obviously everybody thinks jails, all people are bad in jails, they deserve this shit. Not always. Sometimes there's people wrongly accused, people that do certain crimes. It'd be just like racially, you know, whatever, like profiled and they're stuck for whatever reason. And, you know, whatever the case may be. So sometimes I feel like I connect more on a deep level too with spirits. But I could say also too, it could be like a form of escape of reality, like right in everyday life. It's just something that you like to do in a passion. And again, like I always said, I always like to help not just the living, but also the dead. I want to help the afterlife as well. And I think that I could do to, you know, have them some type of answers that they want to relay or, you know, show that they're not alone. And I'm here for that as well.
I totally understand where you're coming from because you were saying like some of these people were more than likely wrongly accused, like back in the day before they had certain types of ways to with evidence and stuff. Like it would just be, oh, okay, they did it, you know, word of mouth kind of thing. They believe it. This person's saying it. This person's seen it. And you know, racism back in the day too. And even some of those people were probably wrongfully killed too, you know, and that's messed up. It's really sad.
It is really sad. You know, I mean, anything that, you know, with the paranormal, I'm sure it has dark history because obviously people passed on, right? Children. Oh, that's my girl. We were just talking about you, Lily.
We were. Noob with boob.
Oh, man. You're lovely. Oh, she's one of my favorite peeps. You girls, all three of you girls, and you too, Alicia. All you girls. We didn't have a girl trip. Let's do it.
Have you been to Waverly Hills? Question.
No. The guys have. I have not. Eric has. Yeah, I'm the like probably nobody like that's on my bucket list, and I know everybody has visited Waverly. I'm probably the only like not cool person that has. So that's on my bucket list. I'm dying to do that. Yeah.
I haven't been yet either.
No. Oh, what? Okay, you're like me.
So I'm gonna talk to you.
Let's do it. Let's plan on that.
I'm gonna talk to you for sure.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
So what's a couple of your must-see episodes that you think that everybody that hasn't watched Supernatural Eye should definitely go check out?
I would say, I'm not gonna lie to you. My first one, again, it's very raw. At least you can know that I'm not faking my stuff. It's authentic, right? Like it's raw as you can get it. So my first one is you can see how obviously not professionally done it was, and then you can see when I joined War Party, it kind of like got it to another level. Now that I'm doing my solo journey without War Party and the Haunted Files, now it's just me focusing on Supernatural Eye with Bosco Productions. It's season 4. I don't want to give too much, but it's going to be a complete different 180 off YouTube to a series, right? But that's going to be announced later on. I'm not going to get into much detail about it, but the current stuff, I would say, I mean, watch all of them. Why not? But one of my favorite ones, I would say, as far as like, I think that's going to be memorable to me, I would say the 𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚎 episode, because I think I explained that a little bit earlier to you with my grandmother connecting. So that was actually shown on that episode. It's probably my most viewed episode right now. And I get it. 𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚎 is an amazing town. I suggest anybody that's going to go visit 𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚎 is a psychic spiritual town. I would suggest definitely be respectful, because obviously the locals there, they preserve their history and their psychic abilities and like that culture. So they're very kind of worry about tourists coming and giving the hype of the paranormal and the devil's chair. They don't like any of that stuff. They wanted people to come and out of respect. So that's the only thing I would tell people. If you want to visit 𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚎, just know that sometimes the locals are not very happy about the tourists, but they'll welcome you, but just be respectful, respect their culture, respect the psychic spiritual town. But I can tell you, I've learned so much from these people and just how my grandmother connected through, just because I think that's so memorable to me. And, obviously sensitive subject for me too, because I love my grandmother and I feel like she's always with me. Yeah, I think that's probably one that I would say check out, because that's meaningful to me.
Oh,
yeah.
Where is 𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚎 at?
So it's a little bit off like Orlando, kind of like I think if you go a little bit north, Orlando, maybe Daytona, like around that area.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on I-4. You just kind of like it. Is it I-4 or was it I-95? I forgot. But anyways, it's kind of like you're traveling that direction. You go a little bit up north, and it's I-4. Yeah, you go up I-4, like past Orlando. I would say that's where a little bit 𝚑𝚘𝚘𝚎 is up. It's like 5 hours from where I'm at.
B6. Bingo. Anybody?
Bingo.
Oh, wait, we're not playing bingo. Sorry. You said I-4, right? Or
I-4. Yes, I-4.
I'm sorry.
Screen's like weird. I don't know why it's like all flaky. Can you see me okay? Or is it just the screen that's like,
yeah, you're good. You're good.
I feel like I got some black stuff in my teeth.
I can't see nothing. All I see is pearly white.
Oh, good. Okay. I didn't know if it's like my screen being distorted. It could be that. All right.
No, it looks good.
Making sure I come in an image here. I'm like, looking like a crackhead. Anyways.
Whatever.
Hey, you never know. You never know. Just joking.
So do you have any investigations coming up for the rest of the year?
Or I do.
Next year?
I do. I actually have one coming up next weekend, and I can't really disclose too much again. So it's all for the next season. So just kind of stay tuned. I hope I didn't disappoint anybody as far as like me taking my solo project in my new direction. But all I ask is for people to please continue to support. Mary Lynn and Mike G. Like obviously they're amazing people, and I'm very excited to be with them and on this new journey of Bosco production and the people behind it. Like, just amazing people. So I'm very excited. So I ask these people to kind of continue to support that. But yeah. Sorry, what was the question you asked? I got like off a different direction. I talked too much.
Investigations coming up?
Yes, so I can't discuss too much about it. But I can tell you that stay tuned. Next weekend will be Charlie's Comic Con. So that's in Fort Myers. I'm very excited because that's like the first location in a Comic Con that I'm representing in my area. It's so hard. Like in South Florida, like pretty much like the East Coast where like Eric and everybody else lives at, like is where you see the locations and what you see us kind of investigate and what we promote. But on my coast, which is the West Coast, it's like the Southwest Florida coast. It's so hard to find locations there because again, you got all the rich people and they like to want to take the, the money factor and they don't want to promote paranormal stuff. So for me to kind of get like this, to be promoted on this Comic Con thing with everybody else, and Mary Lynn and Mike G will be there as well. I'm very excited for that, to represent my area. That's Southwest Florida and Fort Myers. So stay tuned for that. Anything else, like I just can't disclose too much of the locations, but just stay tuned for what's to come. I'll be announcing a lot of things in the upcoming future.
So, for those that haven't watched Supernatural Eye, what's the layout of your show? Like, how is it? How is your show run? Like, I know how it is. But,
so no, good question. So it is currently on YouTube. Season 4, again, I'll be announcing stuff in the future. We'll take a different direction. It won't be on YouTube anymore, so I'm sorry to announce that, but it won't be. It'll be a whole 180 different direction. But as far as now, season 1 to 3 is on YouTube. So it's kind of more like a podcast, a little bit showing clips of the evidence and stuff I discuss. So I look at it in the psychological lens as far as testing cognitive memory. So what happens is I go to a location and then I start kind of making the episode, or I guess you could say the podcast episode, like kind of years after the fact. So I want people to forget the memory of what happened at that location. So whoever I bring on will be my guest of the show. So we test their memory. So then there's a post-interview segment, which I won't be on. So what I do is I discuss like what I remember from the trip from many years back, and then I show the clips in between. So then the next segment would be the post-interview segment, which currently Mike Gagliano will be featuring here soon on. He'll be testing the memory of the people that were on my investigations and the special guests that will be on the post-interview segment. So it's basically kind of testing the memory of people that were in my journey and my investigations. And that's where that psychological lens comes from and the cognition of it. That's what it is.
I like the layout of the show because it keeps you wanting to continue watching, because you're talking about it and they're like, okay, what I want to see what happened. And so then you're like showing just pictures, like, and you're in the back just talking about it. It's cool. You get those flashes of going down memory lane and stuff. And then you talk about it a little bit more, and then you get to see more stuff. And then you have the post
interview.
There you go. My brain.
We're interviewing the guest. We got to put them to the test. Yeah, you got it. Post interview. So it's a little different. I know people kind of expect on YouTube the series, right? What the YouTubers catch and all that stuff. So I know mine's completely different. It's more like a podcast, but showing clip style and testing the memory, right, of people that join me on this adventure. So if you really want to see how I first started off, that's season 1 for sure. Season 2 is more like how I joined War Party, and season 3 is like a combination of like what I'm doing now, and now you're going to see in the future what I'm going to transition into with Losco production. So I can't give too much details. I will be making an announcement on my next episode more about what's to come for season 4 with Losco's production. But I can tell you right now, it's going to be a completely 180 different change of what you're seeing now. But that's what currently Supernatural Eye is right now. You can check out season 1 to 3. We're working on season 3. We're about to wrap up season 3, and we're now filming for season 4. So I missed you though last weekend, but I had to fly back. But yeah, we're doing that now. So
quick question, and then I'm gonna ask, where can everyone follow you at? And then we're gonna go ahead and end the show. So,
thank you. I'm gonna answer that. Yeah.
Oh my God, I just brain farted again. Oh my God, it stinks.
It's okay. I've been like that earlier. I felt like I cut you off so many times. I'm so sorry.
No, you did. You're good. I've been having fun. It's been great podcast tonight with you.
Me too.
Oh my gosh.
Lovely, Alicia. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you.
Beautiful soul. In and out.
Oh,
thank you.
I remember now.
I got it.
Everybody has like their snacks and their fuel for like investigations. What's your go to drink snack for like an overnight investigation?
So for drinks, it would definitely be water to keep yourself hydrated. I've been into the Alani's now. I like Celsius too, but my energy drink will be an Alani or a Celsius. For snacks, so rest in peace. Our former co-founder Scotty Burns. She was the co-founder of 4Party Paranormal, she was a big thing about the snacks. Like that is our sugar rush energy fuel. So she was like the mama bear of the group, made sure that we always had brownies and the cookies. So I would say cookies is definitely significant. It reminds me of Scotty. And I think I would always carry that tradition, whether if like whoever I'm working with in the future, like I want to make sure we got snacks. We got Doritos, we got cookies, we got energy drinks. We're good with waters. Like, listen, I'm a fatty at heart and I love my snacks and I'm going to get them unlocked. So that is a big importance. And to answer, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Hat Gang, for everybody all the way.
I know. I love that.
Thank you. Thank you. But to answer Jenny Davis' question, soon. That's what I'm saying. We got to do this girls trip. I would love to have all you ladies on for a future collab for season 4. And season 3 is already like written, so it's already done. But like season 4 in the future, I'm so down. Let's make it happen. I'm ready to have you guys. Let's do it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna be talking to you after the show.
Yes.
At some point.
Yes. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm so excited.
So where can everybody follow you?
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Sorry, girl. I'm so ADD. Just excuse me.
Oh wait, you're getting called out right now.
Yes. You're definitely going to be on a feature collab. And I missed you too last week, and I had to leave on Sunday with Eric. But I agree. You ladies will be joining too. I know. And it's definitely the coffee, because these girls hook it up with the best coffee. Make sure, to check out the Haunted Happy Hour coffee line. Oh my God, they have the best coffees. I'm hooked. I'm gonna represent those girls till I die. Okay, like that coffee. Mwah. Chef's yes.
I just got my Dark Island brew. I haven't tasted it yet, but I will
girl, you gotta get on it. It's so good. It's so good. But yes, you can find me on Supernatural Eye on YouTube. Also Supernatural_Eye on Instagram. Warp. I hate to say I'm going to make an announcement soon. I am no longer with 4Party. I'm just strictly focusing on Supernatural Eye. But you can find me on Facebook, Francesca Garcia. That's the other one. I don't really use Facebook as much, but I'm getting on it. I'm trying to learn it a little bit. But TikTok, you can find me on TikTok as Supernatural Eye. I'll be honest with you. I'm a little bit of a newbie on TikTok. I'm still kind of like feeling it. I don't know how I feel about it. I know it's a new thing now. Everybody likes the TikTok. But to be honest, I don't know if I'm getting old. I don't know. It's too much going on right now with these social media stuff. I'm working on it. So you can find me on TikTok too.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. And then go follow Lasco Productions. I'm so grateful and thankful of Mary Lynn and Michael Gagliano for allowing me to be on their production company and give me the opportunity and chance and believing in me. So I just want to give them a huge shout out. They're amazing people, amazing souls. Check them out in the future, and all the other shows that will be on Lasco Production, including your girls, but also check their shows out because they're amazing, they're talented, and I'm so beyond blessed to be working with amazing people in the future. So thank you guys very much. And that's where you can find me.
Oh,
yeah.
Yay.
So yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
I'm going to be talking to you about Waverly.
Let's do that. We got to get together. Let's do our girl collab.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on. You're awesome. I love you.
Awesome.
And we have so much in common. I didn't even realize that we were both 90s babies. So
that's why we bond. Like, we get it. I agree. We definitely, yes. I love you too, girl. You have an amazing soul. You're beautiful in and out. So thank you for having me on. You're amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, everybody. We're going to end the show. Thank you guys for watching. Go check her out. Seriously, do it. Check everybody out. That's in the chat.
Go check her out. Wait, is it like this? Yeah. Go check her out. Jenny Davis, Unformed Pages. Shout out. Represent. Check them out.
All right. Have a good night.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on. Have a good night.
You're welcome.